about emotions from a dead mouse? What can you learn about parenting, speaking life to your children, and renewing your thoughts, words, and responses from a dead mouse? A lot. And I am sharing all of those lessons in this episode. Aren't you glad you pushed play? I'm Kimberly Mutar, and you're listening to the Renewed Mama podcast. I help mamas like you stay renewed in your thoughts that are on repeat while you wash dishes or fold laundry. Renewed in the words that you say to yourself and to your children when it's the best day ever and when it spirals into chaos and temper tantrums. Renewed in how you respond so that you keep showing up as the mama you want to be. When we began renovations upstairs in our house, we discovered that the previous owners had a mouse problem. When we tore out the master bathroom and the laundry room, there was mouse poo and mouse poison under the laundry machines and in the walls. We are on 1 acre surrounded by fields, so it's not really a surprise to have mice coming in the house. So we worked hard to fix that when we worked on renovating upstairs. We're not naive. We keep mouse traps baited and ready to catch anything that makes it past Mr. Sneakers, the cat, when he's lounging. Now we're renovating the downstairs in the basement, and Andrew has been working so hard to patch the walls, remove moldy drywall because they had water in the basement. Get the place ready for painting and new flooring. We also put in 4 new large egress windows in the basement for bedrooms, and Andrew was fixing the drywall around the new windows. We got some heavy rains that week and it stayed humid for a few days, so it started to stink downstairs. It stunk so badly in one of the rooms by one window, but we couldn't understand why. Andrew had vacuumed and cleaned all around the new window. We kept trying to follow our noses. One morning we'd smell it, and then the next day we wouldn't smell it, and then we'd smell it again. And Andrew kept saying, "It smells like death." We were so puzzled. He didn't want to keep closing up the walls and the ceiling without discovering what the smell was. We've been being so careful about mold and doing the right job. So you know how it goes. 2 days, 3 days go by. We're sniffing, trying to understand what this smell of death was. I was praying for the Lord to direct my nose so I would know right where the smell was coming from. Andrew has one of those cameras on a wire, so we were stuffing it into the floorboards above and inside around the foundation, everywhere we could look to see if we could find any dead mice. It smelled so bad. We'd leave the window open to air it out, and then it would smell again the next morning. And I was getting frustrated about this smell of dead mice. I was trying to renew my mind saying, there's a solution here. We'll figure out where the smell is coming from. And then I'd say, this is crazy. We can't let my son use this room as his bedroom and he wakes up to this smell every morning. And why is this taking so long? We should already be painting now. Andrew was frustrated. I was frustrated, and I wasn't very nice to him. I was like, I am so frustrated with this. Like, what is the deal? Do you see how emotions and the smell of death are working here in this story? Eventually, all we knew to do was to start cutting down the drywall and on both sides of the window and pull out the insulation that was full of mouse poo and mouse nests. We put new insulation back in, hung up new drywall, and voila. Now we don't smell death. Hallelujah. Ever feel so frustrated and annoyed before, where emotions are high and you're saying, this is crazy. What's going on here? You want to know the lesson I learned about emotions from dead mice? in particular when it comes to communicating with your spouse or your children about your emotions. I learned to lead with my emotions instead of attacking, criticizing, or walking away. Let me explain what I mean with this example. When we were standing down in the basement by the window, sniffing, following our nose, I should have said, I feel so angry right now that uncovering where the smell of death is coming from is taking us so long. I want this to be moving faster. In that example, I led with my emotions. I feel so angry right now. Why lead with your emotions? Because your husband, my Andrew, understands the emotion of anger. His brain can relate. His body can relate. We have all been angry about something else before. He hears, I feel so angry right now. And he says, me too. I know what anger feels like. And then we're on the same page in our communication. Then he can receive the rest of my words. That uncovering where the smell of death is coming from is taking us so long. I want this to be moving faster. Even better yet, I should have said, Andrew, I am so grateful for all that you are doing to make this basement amazing. You are working so hard. I feel so angry right now that we can't figure out where the smell is coming from. You must feel even more angry than I am. In that, I edified and showed appreciation for all that he is doing. I then told him my emotion and then threw it back at him by seeing the situation from his own point of view. He feels seen and heard and can relate to my anger. The lessons you learn about emotions from dead mice. What can you take from this? Emotions like joy, anger, shame, guilt, fear, lonely, sad, and hurt are core emotions that every human has felt and understand. If you know Dr. Glenn and Phyllis Hill from Connection Codes, they have scientifically identified these 8 core emotions as universal in understanding across mankind. That's where I learned this from. Joy, anger, shame, guilt, fear, lonely, sad, hurt. Those 8 core emotions. Emotions like frustration, discouragement, annoyance, we all have varying degrees of those emotions. What frustrates you or annoys you may be different from what frustrates or annoys me. But if you say joy or shame, we all know what that feels like. So as a way to communicate better with your spouse and your children, lead with the emotion. Say, it would bring me joy to go out with you for dinner on Friday night. Let's make it a date. Instead of hinting, expecting him to get the hints, to avoid disappointment when he doesn't get the hint, just say, it would bring me joy to go out with you for dinner on Friday night. Let's make it a date. Should I book us a table at, and then name your favorite restaurant? What if you said to your husband, it would bring me so much joy to kiss you. I was thinking of you all day. Wow, you would make his day. What if you said, I feel shamed that I did not get more done today, so now I need to work an hour or 2 after dinner. What if we talked like this, clearly communicating, instead of how it normally goes, where we stay annoyed, still cleaning up in the kitchen, it's 7 p.m. and you still got work to do when you really just wanted to hang out with the kids and watch a movie. So you grumble about the dishes and you slam the dishwasher closed just a little bit harder. Am I like the only one who does that? What if to your kids you said, it brought me so much joy when I came into your room and found your bed made? It brought me so much joy when you put your dirty dishes in the dishwasher. What a helper you are. May I give you a sticker badge that says, I am a helper. Thanks for lightening my load. What if you said, I felt lonely all day while you were at camp? It would bring me so much joy to hear all about your day while I make dinner. Instead of being disappointed when all they do is grab their devices and start playing and don't say a word to you. I think we would honor each other more, understand each other more. We'd express our hurt or anger in a minute or less and then be done with it instead of holding on to it or giving each other the cold shoulder. What do you say, Mama? Does this make sense to you? How do you think leading with your emotion first would help you in your home, in your marriage, in your parenting? Not because it's all about you and you need your emotions to be met first. No, it's all about honoring, understanding, appreciating, and communicating well. I am committed to leading with my emotion. I already started giving this a try, and the connection I've made with the kids and Andrew has been awesome. If you want to learn more about the connection codes and these 8 core emotions of joy, anger, shame, guilt, fear, lonely, sad, and hurt, I'll leave the link for the connections codes in the show notes. I'll also leave the link for the Renewed Mama podcast episode where Tera Wages from the Connections Code joined me and we talked about no more miscommunication. It's a great episode. Mama, will you share this episode with 3 mamas you know? I'm pretty sure all of us can relate to my dead mouse story and how stinky it can be when we don't express our emotions correctly. Pun intended. I know we all can have more honor, understanding, appreciation, and better communication in our homes. If you need any help, Mama, with parenting, speaking life to your children, renewing your thoughts and words and responses, I'm here for you, Mama to Mama. Go now to renewedmamacoaching.com and let's chat together and get your questions and concerns answered. Your parenting, the peace in your home, better relationships with your children, less outbursts and temper tantrums, and a strong, positive mom mindset can be yours. Reach out to renewedmamacoaching.com. If the Renewed Mama podcast encourages you, would you take just 1 minute and leave a review on Apple Podcasts or comment on a YouTube video? Your review, your comment helps the podcast to grow so that more mamas find it and can stay renewed with us. I appreciate it so much. For more resources, visit the Renewed Mama podcast, Renewed Mama Coaching, Speak Life Badges, and Austin's Kids Club. Do you want your words of encouragement and praise to have a lasting impact on your children? Then give them Speak Life Badges Sticker Awards. Here's what Erica had to say about Speak Life Badges. Today I challenged Clayton to take a baby step in bravery at the splash pad. I know these little word seeds of encouragement will grow and help him when he needs bravery in the future. At bedtime, I removed the sticker and placed it beside the mirror. Just glancing at it really encouraged my heart too. Words seem so small, but are so powerful and can completely change the way we view ourselves. Shop Speak Life Badges today at speaklifebadges.com. Austin the Hedgehog is bringing mailbox fun to your kids. Your children ages 3 to 13 can receive mailbox surprises like activity postcards, happy birthday cards, stickers, crafts, recipe cards, coloring pages, puzzles, special gifts like the I Am Loved journal, a tumbler, Austin's matching happy birthday toque, and so much more from Austin the Hedgehog, straight to your mailbox with their own name on it each month, all teaching life lessons such as helping, using time wisely, how to monitor their own screen time, how to choose the right friends. Being strong means more than just muscles, how to have self-control, and their words are like seeds that will grow into fruit in their life. It is oh so good from Austin the Hedgehog. 2 subscription levels are available. Register your children today at austinskidsclub.com.